Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. Today I want to talk about another new officer, and that's Tuvok. Tuvok is a great add-on for the Voyager crew, and not only because he originally is from the series, as you can see. He's a science officer, the group is Voyager and the faction is Federation, of course. And after Neelix, I made a video 2 days ago, he is the next great addition to the Voyager. He doesn't have a captain's ability either, just like Neelix, but he has an officer ability which I already like. That is, it increases the amount of artifact tokens gained from formation armadas by 80%. And that already at level 5, because you know the percentages always depend on the level of the officer. But what I really love is his below deck ability. And that is especially for the Voyager. That's logical logistics. Increases your ship's cargo capacity by 100% of base if your ship is the USS Voyager. So when you're mining anomaly samples or rare anomaly samples with the Voyager, make sure that Tuvok is below deck, because that doubles the amount you can get from the base cargo, of course, usually, but it doubles the amount you can get from the anomalies for 1 token, because you always have to pay to get into these systems, and you get out much more than you would have gotten out without Tuvok. And so Tuvok is another great addition as an officer they put in recently, and another great addition for the Voyager. So Neelix makes things less expensive with the Voyager when you're entering those systems, and not entering those systems when you're hunting bioships. And Tuvok makes it cheaper in the end to enter those systems, because you get much more within those systems. And that is really nice. Of course, you could use him as well for away team missions. He does have officer traits. It's a security and analytical, because he's a rare officer. He has 2 traits for away teams. But to be honest, you see that I didn't unlock anything yet, because I'm using Tuvok for formation armadas and for mining anomaly samples. So I will not send him away on an away team mission and waste his abilities. But that's the interesting part. With Scopely and introducing new officers, in our current arc, while I'm filming this, we have new officers again for the Cerritos from lower decks that I'm working on to get. But in every arc, there's something new coming, and some things you knew, like with the old PvP rule with Lorca being the best one, and that was broken after the Deep Space Nine arc came. There's always something new, and you always can discover something new, new abilities and new functions that really help your gameplay sometimes. I know some officers are not very useful. There are tons of officers I never use for anything, but nevertheless, they all have their different traits, they all have their different abilities, and of course the officers I don't use on ships are then of quite good use for the away teams. But there's always something new coming. You know, my channel, when I'm filming this, is not even 3 months old, and I have a long list of things I want to do, but there's always something new coming. That's why I'm not bringing so many videos on the old officers yet from the start, because I'm talking about the newest first. But I will do a video on every single officer that's in here, of course. And I started with a few already, as much as I did with the ships. And in the end, I will have videos on every officer. But there's always new officers coming, and officers I used in the past, I suddenly don't use anymore because there are better ones. And that's the nice thing. You learn something new. Of course, many times they want you to invest money to get certain officers. There are still a number of officers I don't have, because since I'm doing this channel, I do invest a little bit more money than before. But it has limits. This is a channel I'm not making any money with, in opposition to other channels I have. And so I cannot invest limitless here like some people do, although we need those people. So Scopely continues. But I do invest more for ships, for example. That's why you already have seen the Monavine video. But so there are some officers I will have to show you later. But nevertheless, there are a lot of officers I still will show you. And if you look at the list, I already have a lot of maxed officers. Not them, because I was looking for Tuvok, but you see how many officers there are already. And if you go down, most of my officers that I'm missing are either buy only if you want to have them. Otherwise, you get one shard probably per century. Or the rest are epic officers. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Lursa, but Hendorf, Leslie, Darwin and Hadley, most of the time you only can buy them, and except you're really lucky. So there are those officers I still don't have, but they are not that important to me, of course. And there are those epics, which would cost a lot of money to get them immediately, except Mavry, I will get him via the syndicate. And I'm working on them, and in the end you will see videos on all of them. But there, as you can see, there are already a lot of officers I have to talk about. Next time I will talk about officers. No, it will not be as somebody from my alliance called him Hipster Mutt. I used him in one of my level 49 videos. No, it will be the Doctor. And he was another nice add-on as well. So the next officer video I will do in the future will be about the Doctor. But for today, that's all on Tuvok. The Doctor will have to wait until later. If you want to see something else, the next video is right here in the end screen, maybe cruise ships, whatever. I'll see you there anyway. I'll be back.